There is a powerful shift that happens the moment you stop chasing money with fear and begin attracting it with peace. So many people spend their lives believing that wealth must come through struggle, stress, exhaustion, and endless sacrifice. They wake up every day carrying anxiety about bills, limitations, and uncertainty. And over time, they unknowingly train their minds to expect lack instead of abundance. But today, you are choosing a different path. Today, you are choosing to believe that money can flow into your life naturally, peacefully, and effortlessly. The truth is, abundance has always existed around you. Nature itself is abundant. The ocean never runs out of waves. The sky never runs out of stars. The earth continuously creates new life. Everywhere you look, the universe operates through expansion, growth, and overflow. You are part of that same universe, and because of that, abundance is also meant for you. Wealth is not reserved for a select few. Prosperity is not something you must beg for. You were born worthy of receiving all the good life has to offer. For years, you may have heard words like, money is hard to make, or rich people are lucky, or you have to, suffer to become successful. Those beliefs may have entered your subconscious mind and shaped the way you see money today. But beliefs are not permanent truths. They are patterns, and patterns can change. The moment you begin replacing limiting thoughts with empowering ones, your entire energy begins to shift. When you repeat the affirmation, I attract money effortlessly, you are sending a new message to your subconscious mind. You are teaching yourself to relax instead of panic. You are teaching yourself to expect opportunities instead of obstacles. You are teaching yourself to believe that life can support you instead of constantly working against you. Money responds to energy more than most people realize. When your mind is filled with fear, desperation, and doubt, you create resistance. But when your heart is calm, grateful, and open, you become a magnet for new possibilities. This does not mean you sit still and wait for miracles without action. It means your actions become aligned with confidence instead of fear. You stop forcing and start trusting. You stop operating from survival mode and start operating from belief. Imagine waking up every morning with the deep in. Knowing that something good is coming into your life. Imagine expecting opportunities, financial breakthroughs, supportive people, and unexpected blessings. That expectation changes the way you think, speak, and move through the world. You become more creative. You notice opportunities that you once ignored. You become open to ideas that can transform your future. Many people block abundance because they secretly believe they are not worthy of receiving more. They feel guilt around wealth or believe that wanting financial freedom is selfish. But there is nothing wrong with desiring a beautiful and secure life. Money can bring comfort, freedom, experiences, generosity, and peace of mind. Money allows you to help others, support your family, invest in your dreams, and create a life that reflects joy instead of constant stress. You do not need to apologize for wanting abundance. You simply need to align yourself with it. Start speaking differently about your life. Words carry power. Every sentence you repeat becomes a signal to your mind and your future. Instead of saying, I never have enough, begin saying, I always receive what I need and more. Instead of saying, money does, appears quickly, begin saying, money flows to me continuously. These small shifts may seem simple, but over time they completely transform your mindset. Gratitude is another powerful key to attracting wealth effortlessly. Gratitude tells the universe that you recognize and appreciate what you already have. When you focus only on what is missing, you remain emotionally connected to lack. But when you appreciate every blessing, no matter how small, you raise your energy and create space for more to enter your life. Trust is also important. Sometimes abundance arrives in unexpected ways. Sometimes opportunities appear through people, ideas, or moments you never planned for. Your job is not to control every detail. Your job is to remain open, positive, and willing to receive. The life you desire is not impossible. Financial peace is not far away from you. The universe is always responding to your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. The more you choose faith over fear, the more naturally abundance can enter your reality. So today, breathe deeply and remind yourself again. I attract money effortlessly. I deserve abundance in all forms. I am open to wealth, joy, opportunities, and success. Money flows to me easily and continuously. I trust life to support me. I am becoming a magnet for prosperity every single day. And as you continue believing these words, feeling these emotions, and aligning your energy with abundance, you will begin to notice something beautiful happening. Doors will open. Opportunities will appear. Your confidence will grow. And slowly your outer world will begin reflecting the abundance you first created within yourself. From the moment you entered this world, you were already enough. You were born into a universe filled with endless possibilities, beauty, creativity, and expansion. Yet somewhere along the way, many people began believing that lack was normal. They learned to expect struggle, disappointment, and limitation. They started thinking that abundance belonged only to a lucky few while everyone else had to fight endlessly just to survive. But that belief is not your truth. Your natural state is not fear. Your natural state is not scarcity. Your natural state is abundance. Look around at nature. Trees do not struggle to grow leaves. Flowers do not question whether they deserve to bloom. Rivers continue to flow without. You fear that they will run out of water. The universe itself operates through expansion and overflow. Everything in creation is constantly growing, evolving, and renewing itself. You are part of that same creation, which means abundance is already woven into your existence. Abundance is much deeper than money alone. True abundance is a state of being. It is the feeling of knowing that life supports you. It is waking up with peace in your heart and hope in your spirit. It is feeling worthy of love, success, joy, health, opportunities, and financial freedom. When you understand this, you stop begging life for scraps and begin opening yourself to receive the fullness of what already belongs to you. For many years, you may have repeated thoughts that disconnected you from abundance. Perhaps you heard people constantly complaining about money, worrying about survival, or believing that dreams rarely come true. Maybe you experienced moments that made you feel unsafe, unsupported, or undeserving. Those experiences may have created fear inside your subconscious mind. But fear is learned, and what is learned can be changed. The moment you begin affirming that abundance is your natural strength. 8. You start replacing old limitations with new truths. You remind yourself that you are not separate from prosperity. You are connected to it. You were never meant to spend your entire life trapped in stress and lack. You were meant to grow, shine, create, and thrive. When you truly accept abundance as natural, your energy changes. You stop living from desperation and start living from trust. You no longer feel jealous of other people's success because you realize there is enough for everyone. Another person's blessings do not take away your own. The universe is infinite. Opportunities are infinite. Love is infinite. There is more than enough available for you. Your thoughts are powerful seeds planted into your future. If you constantly think, nothing ever works for me, your mind begins searching for proof of limitation. But when you begin saying, life is always working in my favor, your perspective shifts. You become more open to opportunities, solutions, and unexpected blessings. Your mind starts focusing on expansion instead of fear. Abundance also grows through gratitude. Gratitude changes your emotional frequency. It reminds you that even now, there are blessings surrounding you. The air you breathe, the lessons you have learned, the people who care about you, the strength you have gained through difficult moments, all of these are forms of abundance. When you appreciate what already exists, you create space for even more to enter your life. Sometimes people think abundance means never experiencing challenges. But abundance is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of faith during difficult moments. It is trusting that every setback can lead to growth. It is believing that doors can still open even after disappointment. An abundant mindset says, no matter what happens, I will rise again. Life is still supporting me. You must also release guilt around receiving. Many people unconsciously push abundance away because they feel unworthy of success, happiness, or wealth. They believe they must suffer to deserve good things. But you do not need permission to receive blessings. You do not need to earn your worth through pain. You are already worthy because you exist. The more you embrace abundance internally, the more your outer reality begins to transform. Opportunities begin appearing in unexpected places. New idea has come into your mind. Helpful people enter your life. Your confidence grows stronger. You begin making decisions from self-belief instead of fear. Little by little, your world starts reflecting the abundance you have accepted within yourself. Every day, remind yourself that abundance is not something far away that you must chase forever. It is already within you. It begins in your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations, and your energy. The moment you stop identifying with limitation, you reconnect with your true nature. So stand tall today and speak these words with belief. Abundance is my natural state. I am worthy of love, peace, and prosperity. Life supports me in beautiful ways. I welcome success, joy, and financial freedom. There is always more than enough for me. I trust the unlimited flow of the universe. As you continue feeding your mind with these truths, you will begin to notice a quiet transformation happening inside you. Fear will lose its power. Hope will return. Confidence will grow. And you will finally remember what your soul has known all along, that you were never created for lack, because abundance has always been your natural state. There is a beautiful freedom that comes into your life when you stop believing that wealth must always come through struggle. For so long, many people have been taught that financial success only belongs to those who exhaust themselves, worry constantly, and carry heavy stress every day of their lives. They begin to believe that suffering is necessary in order to receive abundance. But the truth is, wealth was never meant to feel like punishment. Prosperity can flow into your life with peace, balance, and ease when your mind, energy, and beliefs become aligned with abundance. The universe is constantly moving. Energy is always flowing. Opportunities are always being created. Ideas are always forming. Wealth itself is simply another form of energy, and like all energy, it responds to your thoughts, emotions, and expectations. If you spend your life believing that money is difficult to obtain, your mind begins creating resistance. Fear takes over your actions. Stress clouds your creativity. Doubt blocks your confidence. But when you begin believing that wealth can flow easily into your life, your entire inner world starts to change. The affirmation, "Wealth flows to me with ease," is more than just T-words. It is a decision to stop fighting life and begin trusting it. It is a choice to release the fear of lack and open your heart to receiving. Every time you repeat these words, you are training your subconscious mind to expect support instead of struggle. You are teaching yourself that abundance is safe, natural, and available to you. Many people unknowingly push wealth away because they feel unworthy of it. Deep inside, they may carry guilt about success or believe that having more money somehow makes them selfish or undeserving. But wealth itself is not negative. Money simply amplifies who you already are. When placed in the hands of a kind and conscious person, wealth can create positive change, freedom, generosity, comfort, and opportunities. It can help families, support dreams, and bring peace to daily life. You deserve to live without constant financial fear. You deserve stability, security, and the freedom to enjoy your life. You deserve to wake up feeling calm instead of anxious about the future. The moment you truly accept this truth, you stop seeing wealth as something outside of yourself and begin realizing it is something you can naturally attract. Ease begins in the mind. If your thoughts are filled with pressure and panic, your body carries that energy into everything you do. But when your thoughts become peaceful and trusting, you allow inspiration and creativity to flow more freely. Opportunities become easier to recognize. Solutions become easier to find. Your confidence becomes stronger because you are no longer operating from fear. This does not mean you stop taking action. It means your actions come from alignment instead of desperation. There is a difference between inspired action and fearful action. Fearful action is driven by panic, scarcity, and exhaustion. Inspired action feels calm, purposeful, and natural. When wealth flows with ease, you still work, create, and grow, but you no longer feel trapped in survival mode. The words you speak every day also shape your financial reality. Many people repeatedly say things like, "I'm always broke," or "money never stays," or "everything is too expensive." Over time, those words become beliefs, and beliefs shape experiences. If you constantly speak limitation, your mind continues looking for proof of limitation. But when you begin speaking abundance, your perspective changes. Instead, begin saying, "Money comes to me easily. I am open to unexpected blessings. I attract opportunities everywhere I go. Wealth flows into my life naturally. I am worthy of financial freedom." At first, your old beliefs may resist these words. But repetition creates transformation. The subconscious mind learns through consistency. The more you repeat positive truths, the more natural they begin to feel. Eventually, your energy starts matching the abundance you desire. Gratitude is another powerful doorway to wealth. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. It tells the universe that you appreciate life's blessings and are ready for more. Even small moments of gratitude raise your vibration. Be thankful for every opportunity, every lesson, every step forward, and every blessing already in your life. Gratitude opens the heart, and an open heart attracts abundance more easily. Trust is equally important. Sometimes wealth arrives through unexpected paths. A new idea, a conversation, an opportunity, a connection, or even a challenge can become the beginning of transformation. Life often works in ways the human mind cannot fully predict. Your job is not to control every detail. Your job is to remain open, positive, and willing to receive. The more relaxed and confident you become, the more naturally abundance can enter your life. Fear tightens energy, but trust expands it. When you stop chasing wealth with desperation and begin aligning with it emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, life begins responding differently. So today, breathe deeply and remind yourself, wealth flows to me with ease. I am open to financial abundance. I deserve prosperity and success. Money supports my dreams and my peace of mind. Opportunities are always finding me. I trust the flow of life completely. And as you continue believing these words, your relationship with money will begin to transform. Stress will slowly lose its grip. Confidence will rise within you. You will begin noticing opportunities you once overlooked. Doors will open in surprising ways. And step by step, you will realize that wealth was never meant to be forced into your life through fear. It was always meant to flow naturally to the person who truly believes they are worthy of receiving it. Fear has a quiet way of controlling people's lives without them ever and realizing it. It hides inside thoughts of doubt, worry, insecurity, and uncertainty about the future. It whispers that there will never be enough, that success is too far away, and that prosperity belongs only to other people. Over time, fear becomes so familiar that many begin living with it every single day. They expect disappointment before opportunities even arrive. They prepare for failure before trying something new. They hold themselves back because deep inside they are afraid of losing, afraid of judgment, afraid of change, or even afraid of success itself. But today is the day you choose differently. Today you release fear and welcome prosperity into your life. Fear is not your natural state. Fear is learned through painful experiences, negative environments, and repeated thoughts of limitation. It grows stronger every time you focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. But the beautiful truth is this: what has been learned can also be unlearned. You have the power to change your mindset, your energy, and your expectations. The moment you decide to release fear, you begin creating space for abundance to enter your life. Prosperity cannot fully flow into a mind that is constantly closed by worry and doubt. Fear creates resistance. It tightens the heart, clouds creativity, weakens confidence, and blocks possibilities. But trust opens the door. Faith expands your vision. Peace allows new opportunities to appear naturally. Prosperity is not only financial wealth. True prosperity includes peace of mind, emotional balance, healthy relationships, confidence, joy, freedom, purpose, and spiritual growth. It is the feeling of knowing that life is supporting you instead of working against you. It is waking up with hope instead of anxiety. It is believing that your future can become greater than your past. Many people carry fear because they have experienced disappointment before. Maybe life did not go as planned. Maybe doors closed unexpectedly. Maybe people betrayed your trust, or situations left emotional scars inside your heart. Those experiences may have taught you to protect yourself by expecting the worst. But you cannot build a beautiful future while constantly reliving old pain. Healing begins when you stop allowing yesterday's fear to control tomorrow's possibilities. You are not meant to stay trapped in survival mode forever. You are not here only to worry, struggle, and barely get through life. You were created to grow, to thrive, and to experience abundance in every form. But prosperity begins within your mind before it appears in your outer world. Every thought you repeat becomes part of your energy. If you constantly think, "Nothing works for me," your mind searches for proof of failure. If you keep saying, "I'll never succeed," fear becomes stronger. But when you begin speaking words of faith, your inner world starts transforming. Begin saying, "I release all fear about my future. I trust life to support me. I am safe receiving abundance. I deserve prosperity and happiness. I choose peace instead of worry. I welcome blessings into my life. These words may feel small at first, but repetition creates new beliefs. The subconscious mind listens to what you repeatedly tell it. The more you feed your mind with fear, the stronger fear becomes. But the more you feed your mind with hope, gratitude, and confidence, the more prosperity begins growing inside you. Fear often comes from trying to control everything. People want guarantees before they move forward. They want certainty before they trust themselves. But life does not always reveal the full path immediately. Sometimes you must take one step with faith before the next door opens. Prosperity grows when you stop demanding certainty and start trusting the journey. Think about how much energy fear has stolen from your life. How many dreams were delayed because of doubt? How many opportunities were ignored because of insecurity? How many beautiful moments were overshadowed by worry? Fear promises protection, but often it only creates limitation. Now imagine a different way of living. Imagine waking up with calmness in your heart instead of anxiety. Imagine trusting that opportunities are coming toward you. Imagine believing that you are worthy of success, love, financial freedom, and happiness. That is the energy of prosperity. Prosperity flows more easily when your heart feels open and grateful. Gratitude shifts your focus away from fear and toward possibility. Even in difficult moments, there is always something to appreciate. Every lesson, every small victory, every moment of strength is proof that life is still guiding you forward. Gratitude reminds you that abundance already exists around you, and this awareness attracts even more blessings into your life. You do not need to become fearless overnight. Growth happens step by step. Each time you choose faith over fear, you become stronger. Each time you believe in possibilities instead of limitations, your energy changes. And little by little, your life begins reflecting those changes. So today, take a deep breath and release the weight you have been carrying. Release the fear of failure. Release the fear of lack. Release the fear of not being enough. Those fears do not define you anymore. Instead, open your heart and say, I release fear and welcome prosperity. I trust the flow of life. I am worthy of success and abundance. Peace fills my mind and confidence fills my soul. I welcome opportunities, blessings, and miracles. My future is filled with light, growth, and prosperity. And as you continue believing these words, something powerful will begin happening inside you. Fear will slowly lose its control. Your confidence will rise. Your mind will become clearer. New possibilities will appear, and you will finally understand that prosperity was never something you had to chase through fear. It was always waiting for you to believe you, or were worthy of receiving it. Everything in your life begins with the thoughts you repeatedly believe. Long before a result appears in the outer world, it is first created within the mind. The way you think shapes the way you feel shapes the way you act, and the way you act shapes the reality you experience every single day. Whether people realize it or not, mindset quietly influences relationships, confidence, opportunities, success, health, and even the direction of an entire life. Many people spend years trying to change their circumstances without ever changing the beliefs inside them. They hope for better experiences while continuing to think thoughts of fear, doubt, limitation, and negativity. But the outer world often reflects the inner world. If your mind is constantly filled with thoughts like, I'm not good enough, nothing ever works for me, or life is unfair, those beliefs begin influencing your energy and decisions in ways you may not even notice. Your mindset is like a lens through which you see the world. Two people can experience the same situation but interpret it completely differently based on what they believe internally. Our son sees obstacles everywhere while another sees opportunities for growth. One person expects failure before even trying while another trusts that success is possible. The difference is not always talent, luck, or intelligence. Often the difference begins in the mind. When you truly understand that your mindset creates your reality, you stop speaking negatively about yourself and your future. You become more aware of the thoughts you feed your mind every day. You realize that every repeated belief is either building your confidence or weakening it. You begin understanding that your inner dialogue matters because your subconscious mind is always listening. The subconscious mind is powerful. It absorbs repeated thoughts and emotions like a sponge. If you constantly focus on fear, lack, and disappointment, your subconscious begins accepting those ideas as truth. Over time, those beliefs shape your behavior, reactions, and expectations. But when you intentionally choose empowering thoughts, something beautiful starts to happen. Your energy shifts, your confidence grows, your actions become more aligned with possibility instead of fear. This is why affirmations are powerful when spoken with belief and emotion. Words carry energy. What you repeatedly say about yourself becomes part of your identity. If every day you tell yourself, I am capable, I deserve abundance, I attract opportunities, and my future is bright, your mind slowly begins creating a new reality from those beliefs. Many people wait for life to improve before changing their mindset. But transformation works in the opposite direction. First, you change the way you think, and then your reality begins to reflect those changes. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending difficulties do not exist. It means choosing not to let temporary problems define your entire future. It means believing that solutions are possible even during hard times. There will always be moments when fear tries to return. There will be situations that test your patience and confidence. But your mindset determines whether those moments break you or strengthen you. A fearful mindset says, this problem will destroy me. A powerful mindset says, this challenge will teach me and help me grow. The event may be the same, but the mindset creates a completely different experience. Your thoughts also influence the energy you bring into the world. People can feel confidence, peace, gratitude, and positivity. They can also feel insecurity, negativity, and hopelessness. When your mindset becomes healthier, your relationships often improve because you stop expecting rejection and start valuing yourself. Opportunities increase because you become more willing to take action. Creativity expands because fear no longer controls your decisions. One of the most important things you can do is protect your mind from constant negativity. What you listen to, watch, and surround yourself with matters deeply. Negative environments can feed fear and limitation, while positive influences can inspire growth and belief. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you water consistently will grow. If you water fear, doubt, and anger, those emotions become stronger. But if you water hope, gratitude, discipline, and self-belief, your life begins transforming from the inside out. Gratitude is also a powerful part of mindset transformation. When you focus only on what is missing, your mind stays connected to lack. But when you appreciate what you already have, you train your brain to notice abundance instead of limitation. Gratitude raises your emotional energy and reminds you that life still contains beauty, even during difficult seasons. You must also stop identifying yourself with past failures. Mistakes are experiences, not permanent identities. One setback does not mean your future is ruined. One rejection does not mean you are unworthy. Your mindset becomes stronger when you stop viewing failure as the end and start viewing it as part of growth. The life you desire begins with the thoughts you choose today. Every positive belief planted into your mind becomes a seed for your future reality. You may not see immediate changes overnight, but consistency creates transformation. Small shifts in thinking eventually create major shifts in life. So remind yourself every day, my mindset creates my reality. I choose thoughts that empower me. I believe in my potential and my future. I attract opportunities, peace, and abundance. I release negative thinking and welcome positivity. I am creating a beautiful life from the inside out. As you continue feeding your mind with these truths, you will notice something extraordinary happening. Your confidence will rise. Your perspective will change. Fear will lose its control over you. You will begin taking actions you once avoided. And slowly your outer world will start reflecting the powerful transformation that first began within your mind. Life becomes more beautiful when you finally stop closing yourself off from the good that is trying to reach you. So many people unknowingly block their own blessings because they have become used to disappointment, fear, and limitation. They expect struggle before opportunities arrive. They prepare for rejection before love appears. They focus so much on what could go wrong that they forget life is also capable of bringing miracles, joy, abundance, and unexpected breakthroughs. But today you are choosing a new belief. Today you are opening your heart, your mind, and your spirit to unlimited blessings. The universe is filled with endless possibilities. Every day opportunities are being created, doors are opening, connections are forming, and miracles are unfolding in ways the human mind cannot always see. Blessings are not limited. Love is not limited. Prosperity is not limited. Peace is not limited. There is more than enough available for you when you become willing, to receive it. Many people have spent years believing they are unworthy of good things. Past pain, failures, rejection, or difficult experiences may have created walls around their hearts. Over time, they stop expecting life to improve. They stop believing that happiness can truly belong to them. But your past does not define what you are allowed to receive in the future. No matter what you have been through, you still deserve joy, abundance, healing, success, and peace. The affirmation, "I am open to unlimited blessings," is a powerful decision to stop living in emotional scarcity. It is a declaration that you are no longer closing yourself off from life's goodness. Every time you repeat these words, you remind your subconscious mind that blessings can enter your life freely and naturally. Blessings often arrive in unexpected ways. Sometimes they come through opportunities. Sometimes they come through people, ideas, healing lessons, or moments of clarity. Sometimes what first appears as a setback later becomes the very thing that leads you toward growth and transformation. Life does not always unfold exactly the way you imagined, but that does not mean it is working against you. Underneath, often life is guiding you towards something greater than you could currently see. One of the biggest reasons people block blessings is fear. Fear says, "What if things go wrong?" Fear says, "Don't hope too much because you may get hurt." Fear teaches people to expect limitation instead of possibility. But fear cannot exist in the same space as faith. The moment you begin trusting that life can support you, your energy changes. You become more open, more hopeful, and more willing to recognize opportunities when they appear. An open heart attracts blessings more easily than a fearful heart. When you walk through life carrying gratitude, trust, and positive expectation, you naturally begin aligning yourself with abundance. Your thoughts become lighter. Your energy becomes calmer. Your perspective expands beyond limitation. Gratitude is one of the strongest ways to open yourself to unlimited blessings. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already present. It reminds you that even in difficult moments, there are still reasons to appreciate life. The more grateful you become, the more your mind begins noticing beauty, support, opportunities, and unexpected oddness around you. Many blessings remain unseen because people are too focused on lack. They only notice what they do not have instead of recognizing how much already exists in their lives. But abundance grows where appreciation exists. Even small moments matter. A peaceful morning, a supportive conversation, a lesson learned through hardship, a new opportunity, or even the strength to continue moving forward, all of these are blessings. You must also release the belief that you need to control every detail of life. Sometimes people block blessings because they become attached to one specific outcome. They believe happiness can only arrive in a certain form. But life often surprises you in beautiful ways when you remain open instead of rigid. Trust allows blessings to flow naturally into your experience. Being open to blessings also means believing you are worthy of receiving them. You do not need to prove your worth through suffering. You do not need permission to receive joy, love, prosperity, or success. Your existence alone makes you worthy. The universe does not ask flowers to earn the right to bloom. In the same way, you are allowed to thrive simply because you are alive. Every day, your mindset creates the emotional space either for fear or for blessings. If you constantly repeat thoughts of limitation, you close yourself emotionally. But when you begin expecting good things, your energy shifts toward possibility. You begin noticing opportunities you once ignored. You become more confident in taking action. Your relationships improve because your heart becomes more open. Life starts reflecting the abundance you first allowed yourself to believe in internally. You do not have to know exactly how every blessing will arrive. Your job is not to force miracles. Your job is to stay open, hopeful, and aligned with trust. Sometimes blessings come quietly. Sometimes they arrive suddenly. But they often appear when you least expect them and most believe in your worthiness to receive. So today, breathe deeply and repeat these words with faith. I am open to unlimited blessings. I welcome abundance into every area of my life. I trust the universe to guide and support me. I deserve joy, peace, prosperity, and love. Beautiful opportunities are flowing toward me. My life is filled with miracles and endless possibilities. As you continue believing these truths, something powerful begins happening inside you. Fear slowly fades. Hope grows stronger. Your heart becomes lighter. Your mind becomes more peaceful. And step by step, you begin realizing that life has always contained more blessings than you once believed possible. The moment you open yourself to receive them, your entire world can begin to transform.